Hey Damien, it's Coach Adams. Just wanted to take some time and go over your video that we got of you at the hitting clinic. Sorry that it took a while, but Coach Bot was sick and I myself was busy coaching baseball, and we had a lot of videos to do. But let's get right into it and start breaking down your swing. Remember, the thing that we talked about at this hitting clinic was the short track versus the long track, and how it's important to keep our elbows in and our hands in when we're swinging the bat, and that helps us create a short track so that we can get around on the ball quickly. Alright, and so let's go ahead and jump in. The very first thing that we're going to look at, which we can't see right now, but it's that back elbow. Okay, so let's go. There's the start of your swing. Let's look at your back elbow right here, and let's just watch it through your swing, and we're going to see if it stays inside. So you get ready to start your swing, and you drop it into the slot. Remember how we talked about slot? That is what you just did right there. You drop that back shoulder and back elbow into the slot. Okay, and we want to see that come around. And then, as we see, when our back elbow gets into the slot, our barrel starts to get on plane, and as we bring it around, it's in the hitting zone right there. And we know that you got some bat speed because we can see your barrel getting blurry. You see how your barrel's blurry right there? Let's go back to that elbow now right here. It's still bent, as we can see, especially right there. There it is. There's your bend. So we know that we got a short track with that back elbow. So that's good work right there. And then as you come through, make contact with the ball. Now let's go back and start it on your front elbow. We'll take a look at it. It's bent right there. Still bent. That's good. There's still some bend in it. Still some bend in it. And a little bit bend in it. And right there, you start to lose your bend probably about this point in your swing. That bend starts to go away, but that's okay. That's something that's really hard to do. And as you continue to progress as a hitter, that will come more naturally to you. I know you're about to start up your season, so I wouldn't worry too much. You just keep swinging the bat like you do, because you got a good swing. But when you get looking at video and doing some drills, that might be one thing you want to focus on, and keeping that front elbow a little bit more bent, and keeping your hands in a little bit closer to your body to shorten up that track. But you pretty much understood this concept, and you did a good job. Just continue to do those drills, and that will continue to shorten your track. There is one other thing I noticed in your swing that I wanted to go over with you. I made a little mark. It's a yellow mark right here down by your foot, and that's because I want to show you that when you stride open, and that is stopping some of your late rotation. So see, your foot's down, and it's a little bit farther back from that yellow line. I realize that you move forward, but watch. I'll make another line from the tip of your toe to the end of the screen, and see how that line's bigger? That's because you opened up your stance. And watch what happens. This is going to affect your turn. This is going to affect your hips, and we talked about in our very first clinic that we generate our power with our turn and our hips, and turning that belly button so that it's facing out here to left field. And that's what we want to do. So let's watch. And the way I'm going to evaluate your turn is this gray stripe on your pants right here, because that's connected to your hips. And so as they move forward, I see your hips start to turn, and that stripe moves in my video. So as I click forward to each frame, I see that stripe moving. But right here, see, we're getting a lot of movement, blurry bat, a lot of movement, that's good. But right here, right before contact, we're going to lose that movement in our gray stripe. We're going to lose that hip rotation. See that? I'll put a line on it so you can see. That's where your gray stripe is. Now, we can see how much it's moving before, but right before contact, boom, and that it doesn't move as much as it was from frame to frame. And then it even stops moving, and it goes back a little bit, and then we get a little bit of turn in it at the end. But you see that stall in that gray stripe? That's because you stopped turning those hips and you started swinging it with your arms, because as we can see, boom, your gray stripe stops moving, but your arms keep going, and the stripe is stopped. And now watch your arms pull your torso through. Don't let your arms pull your torso. Drive have the turn of your torso pull your arms. That's what you want. Not arms pulling torso, but torso and hips pulling arms. Alright, and so that's just something to keep in mind as you swing, and when you're doing drills, just really focus on turning that belly button even through contact, all the way through contact. And that is really going to help you out. Well, thanks for coming out to our clinic, and we hope that we get a chance to work with you more in the future.